In September 2012, the curtain came down on the Paralympics in London. Welsh competitors like Ellie Simmonds have become heroes overnight, but not everyone's impressed by the legacy of the Games.
The Paralympics legacy has failed by and large because although it inspired a generation of people to look at disabled people in a different way, with the government cutbacks, it's preventing disabled people from actually taking part in a lot of activities. With welfare reform, it's pushing disabled people into poverty.
700,000 disabled people live in Wales, but the Welsh Government says this community is being hardest hit by cuts to benefits like income support and the spare room subsidy. It says adults are losing out on average £500 a year due to the UK Government's welfare reform. That means a loss of £450 million over 4 years for disabled people here. Even Paralympians like Stephen Morris are being hit by the cuts. Stephen came 6th in the 1500 metres in 2012. He says funding cuts are making preparations harder as he tries to make the leap to a gold medal in Brazil in 2 years' time.
Money is a bit tight. Everyone had to work hard for it to keep me and the others funding for 2 years' time.
Here at Cardiff Wheelchair Basketball Club, many of the players say they were inspired to start shooting hoops because of the Paralympics. But the team known as the Celts depend on grants and donations to buy specially designed sport wheelchairs like this. As the cuts take hold, the players here are keen to stress just how important clubs like this are for disabled people.
This club was set up on charity and funds, and for me it's been a lifesaver, and I know for some of the other guys here tonight, it's a way of socialising, competitive sport, it's a way of getting out of the house and just having quality of life again.
Like many disabled sports clubs, Cardiff Wheelchair Basketball have seen their membership grow since the run-up to the Paralympics. The club now runs 2 teams in the Great Britain National League, as well as weekly training sessions for children in Cardiff and Caerphilly. There's plenty of enthusiasm here, but life for some disabled people continues to be difficult. This is Simon Green from Bridgend. He's been a victim of hate crime on numerous occasions over the last 18 months, simply because he uses a wheelchair.
I've been called names like spastic, cripple more times than I can remember. I've been deliberately tipped out of my wheelchair. Me and family have been verbally abused while out having lunch, and probably the worst occasion was when a girlfriend at the time was sat on my lap and a guy walked over and said, "She's far too good looking to be of an ugly effing spaz like you," and punched me in the face and knocked me out.
Christy, we'll do one more.
As athletes like Stephen Morris plan for the next Paralympics, there's still plenty to tie up before disabled people feel they're treated fairly and the race to Rio de Janeiro begins. Owen Rawlings, CGS News, Cardiff.